Hello everyone, welcome to Success Education. Today we'll be doing the Gala Model Question Paper solution for Standard 10 for 2022 board exam for English subject. Right. Firstly, we'll be doing the paper number 1, right? For section A. First one is what made the seagull afraid? So answer is option number D, his wings were very weak. Second, which of the following is closer in meaning to the term on the brink of? It's option number B, on the verge of. Now the next paragraph, next questions. When does a party or a feast lose its charm? So the answer is given in the third line. A party or a feast loses its charm without bread. Fourth, why is the presence of the baker's furnace in every village essential? So you can see the answer. Cakes and bulinhas are a must for Christmas as well as other festivals. Thus, the presence of the baker's furnace in the village is absolutely essential. Now, fifth question, describe kabai in one sentence. You can see the answer in the next paragraph. That is, kabai was a single piece long frock reaching down to the knees. Next question is fill in the blanks choosing the correct words given in the bracket. So I'll just read out the answers with the sentence itself. Today all of us do by our presence here confer glory and hope to newborn liberty out of the experience of an extraordinary human disaster that lasted too long must be born a society of which all humanity will be proud. Right. Now we'll continue with the question answers. 11th question is Lencho had immense faith in God. So the answer you will write like this. Firstly, we'll write the introduction. This question is taken from the lesson A Letter to God by G.L. Funes. In this lesson, Lencho is a farmer who writes a letter to God when his crops are ruined, asking for 100 pesos. The postmaster saw his letter and helped him, but when Lencho saw the money, he doubted the post office people for stealing his money sent by God. Now, the answer is Lencho had immense faith in God because he believed that God is the only one who could help him in his bad situation. He had a strong faith in God that he wrote a letter to God asking for 100 pesos when his crops were destroyed. And even when he got the envelope with the money, he didn't have any doubts for who had sent the money to him, as he was sure that as a reply to his letter, God has sent him the money. Now, 12th question, describe the narrator's experience as he flew the aeroplane into the storm. So, the introduction is this question is taken from the lesson Two Stories About Flying from the story Black Aeroplane by Frederick Forsyth. In this story, a pilot is lost in storm and explains his experience of his flight in the storm. And the answer is as the pilot entered the storm, his plane started jumping and twisting. He could not see anything outside the plane as it was black. When he looked at the compass and other instruments, they had stopped to function due to the storm. It was a terrible and fearsome experience for him. The fuel tank was almost empty and he could not fly more than 10 minutes. Then he saw another black aeroplane by his side and the pilot of the plane signaled him to follow. It was a surprise for the narrator as the other black aeroplane was having no lights on its wings. He followed it without any choice and landed safely on the runway. Next question, 13th one. Why do you think Wanda gave Maddie and Peggy the drawings of the dresses? Why are they surprised? So, the introduction is this question is taken from the lesson The 100 Dresses by Eleanor Estes. This story is a sensitive account of how a poor young girl is judged by her classmates. Wanda Petronsky is a young Polish girl who goes to school with other American children. Other children see Wanda as different in many ways, and how they treated her in the story is the story all about. Now, the main answer will be Wanda gave Maddie and Peggy the drawings of the dresses to show her feelings towards them. Wanda was a soft hearted and loving girl who did not have jealousy towards anyone. Although Maddie and Peggy made fun of her, yet she did not hate them and drew their faces in the drawings. Maddie and Peggy were surprised to see their faces in the drawing designs as they did not know Wanda's true feelings of love and concern for both of them in spite of their unruly and insulting behavior. 14th question, how did Buddha convey to Kissa the truth of life and death? So the introduction is, this question is taken from the lesson The Sermon at Banaras. This lesson throws light upon the early life of Lord Buddha, and upon attaining spiritual awakening, he gave his first sermon in the city of Banaras, making a lady named Kissa Gautami realize that men are mortal and a wise person should not grieve at what is bound to happen, for it only enhances pain and suffering. And the answer is, Gautam Buddha asked Kissa to bring a handful of mustard seeds from a house where death had never knocked at the door. Kissa Gautami went from door to door but couldn't find a single house where death had not taken a beloved away. She could not get it, as death is inevitable and anyone who is born is bound to die one day. After failing to procure a handful of mustard seeds from a house where death had never knocked at the door, she realized that death was common to all and she was being selfish in her grief. Yes, this is what Buddha wanted her to understand, that everyone who is born has to die one day. 15th one, why does Maxwell say the air hostess was the very queen of her kind? So this question is taken from the lesson Mitchell the Otter by Gavin Maxwell. In this story, the writer tells us how his life altered after he decided to keep an otter. The writer is taking us through his journey and his experiences with Mitchell the Otter. And the answer is, Maxwell said that the air hostess was the very queen of her kind because she was very friendly and helpful. When Maxwell took her into confidence about the incident with the box, she suggested him to keep his pet on the knees. The author therefore developed a profound admiration for the cooperative lady who could understand his pain and trouble. And here we come to the end of section number A. I hope you have understood the whole paper 1 section A, and in the next video I'll be doing the paper 1 section B. Thank you for watching my video, and if you have any doubts you can write in the comment section. I'll surely try to answer all the questions. Thank you for watching my video, and do subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you.